Hello everyone, my name is Gyarados Gamber, and this is Smite's newest god. She was added in yesterday, technically, well, it's still kind of today for me at the time of recording this, but not necessarily, whatever, time is of the essence. So this is some of the Summer of Smite stuff for this year, and you may notice that the footage is sped up, and that's really because this is a loss. So if you came here for a win or a guide how to play Terra, this is not it. That's the new Jingwei skin, which is really cool looking. You know, she's having a good time at the beach. She's got a Super Soaker. And this was last year's Geb. There were so many skins for each character, but I think definitely in comparison, this year has far better skins. And for whatever reason, I decided to pull out the globe. I don't remember what I was thinking. I was bored. So yeah, here's one of the other skins for this year. Sobek is a shark. So, in this episode of Smite, which I normally don't really do episodes, because I don't like recording this game in the first place, but I figured it'd be funny, you know, just for people to see, if you're not into Smite, some of the silly game modes they come up with, and in this case, Terra came out, day one, everyone gets to play as Terra. So she is a melee-ranged guardian, so she's a tank. She has superior assist abilities. Unfortunately, like Ravana, they decided to make her, all of her abilities, like, really useful at a very close range, so it's forcing you to get up in the enemy's face, which I don't really like. That's not my playstyle. I like to play very dodgy characters, but she does have the ability to, you know, duck and run and do all sorts of crazy shit out in and out of combat, which is very useful. And I don't die once in this entire match. They can't kill me. One, because everyone's figuring out the god, and two, I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. So, yeah, so what we have here is an entire team Terra versus an entire team Terra, and we're just healing and stunning like crazy. The game mode is silly, but it's not what I would consider too fun. I mean, it's a nice way of getting your worshippers for this god if you want to, but it's not the greatest time because this happens a lot. You end up in a bunch of circles and you're taking damage or you're getting healed and shit's just going crazy. She's really cool though. I like Terra. I have been waiting for them to add Terra. I knew they would eventually. It's like with Medusa, and I just didn't have a concept of what they would do for the Earth Goddess. I didn't know what they would come up with. When Medusa, well, I shouldn't say when she came out. Well before she came out, I had an idea what they were going to do with Medusa, and that was going to be an archer. As per the original, what was the movie? Clash of the Titans movie. The original, if you've ever seen it, it's really good. Superior to the new Hollywood one, any day. But the original, Medusa has a bow, and she's an archer. She stays behind cover, and she just shoots at people, so I knew they were going to do something like that with Medusa. They had to. I mean, they're just fanboying the shit out of it. It's like, everyone's watched that movie, and if you haven't, you should watch it. It's pretty cool. But Terra, I can't name anything that she's ever been in as the Earth Goddess. I can't name a single instance that they put Terra into a game. No, I'm not talking about the Final Fantasy character either. Yeah, she's a character, but not the Earth Goddess. She's just a character with green hair called Terra, which I think they may have gotten a bit of an inspiration for. I'm not sure. I don't really think so. She doesn't have an Atma weapon. She doesn't have any sort of spell cast. She's literally the Earth Goddess in this, so enough about Final Fantasy. I mean, it's hard to guess what they would do with her, but I knew they would add her in. I'm so happy they did. So our team is steadily winning at this point, and it quickly comes to a halt. It just comes crashing down. I got a little silly with my build. I didn't know what I was doing the first time around, and I mean, I guess I wanted to try to stretch the character's abilities, so I decided to go for a Poseidon-ish build where I do attack speed like crazy, And it's funny, but it doesn't really work on Terra. I thought it would. It's just that the time that she spends dashing is significantly more than she actually spends attacking somebody with her fists. So, yeah, I feel they kind of didn't. I mean, I like the whole pillars and shit, but she's so heavily reliant on getting up in someone's face and running at them. It's like they really wanted to reinvent Ravana because he's a shit god and no one likes him. If you like him, I'm sorry. I do not like him. I've never seen a good Ravana. I have not seen a good Ravana. I've yet to actually see Ravana do something useful. So in my opinion, he's a shit god. That could just be I've seen the worst of the worst, but frankly speaking, it feels like they're trying to do Ravana Part 2. However, she is playable, unlike Ravana. It's just, why give her attack abilities when she's a tank? I've always argued this. Don't make tanks have attack abilities. If they're tanks, they need abilities that are just pure CC and do, you know, healing or whatever. She heals like crazy, she can stun like crazy, but you're almost tempted to attack people because you have to charge them. She shouldn't have to barrel into her monoliths to shatter them. She should be able to range attack them and blow them up from a distance. She can still be a very effective tank, but giving her that charge ability is not a boon. It actually hurts her in the long run. At least that's how I feel. But I guess that's probably how they figured to balance her. Again, it does feel like she was ripped off from a previous god, so... I mean, I don't dislike her. I like her. I do like her, I just don't want to play her a tank. So I'm trying to find the ideal damage build. And so far I've settled on a hybrid build, kind of like Jinjin. I have, probably mispronounced that, but I have done a hybrid build on her recently, where I get a lot of hit point per 5, lifesteal, and then, you know, magic and defense. So she does a crazy amount of damage, and yet she's still able to survive, especially when she's jumping in there and blowing shit up. And her dot damage is actually quite good, especially if something's going down in the nearby vicinity. Especially if you have Ares or Ymir or Hades, God forbid you're Hades. So you're able to constantly apply threat to them. And meanwhile, every ability you do is pretty much buffing your team. I could just, right there, proof positive, I'm able to jump through them. And this is a semi-tank, semi-attack speed build, so she's still quite capable of doing it. You know, just wrecking shit and taking names. But I didn't do the best in this. I've done better since this recording, and I really wanted to get the recording out because I felt it was a silly game mode, and I was excited about her release. I was really just excited about her release. By the way, that ulti, the little symbol you see on the ground there, when you use that, it actually makes Loki visible. So they need to fix that, unless that's intended. I don't see why it would be intended, because it kind of fucks Loki. And I think it does the same thing to Ao Kuang and Nuwa, but I haven't seen... I mean, I haven't seen it on Ao Kuang all day, but I have not seen actually focus on Nuwa. I've been Nuwa, we didn't have a Terra, so I know for a fact that breaks stealth for Loki. So if you're playing this anytime soon, even tonight, even today, or whatever, be aware that playing as Loki with a Terra on your team is not a good idea, because she will actually show the enemy where you are. I'm kind of hoping Heartrez doesn't notice, because I don't much like Loki. It's not that he's hard to kill, it's that he's annoying. He's just really annoying. He'll be where you don't want him to be any time of the map, and if you're playing the right kind of god, he's going to harass the shit out of you. So having a character on his team that sabotages him is actually quite humorous, but it's not supposed to be in the game, so realistically they're going to get rid of it if he knows it. But whatever, fingers crossed. Yeah, so another reason too I sped this up was the match was fairly long with not a lot happening. I just felt it was better to speed this up, and maybe it's cute, maybe it's simple. I wasn't actually talking when I was recording it, so you're not missing any comment. I keep hitting my mic, god damn it. You're not missing any instant commentary on the actual game. You're just hearing me talk now, post-production. And I was having mouse problems. I've been actually having mouse problems with this game for a long time, and I wasn't sure what was causing it. I honestly still don't know, but I did recently, a couple hours ago, switch up a option for my mouse. I turned off mouse acceleration, and that seems to be fixing the problem. It's like it freezes, so sometimes you'll see me stop when I don't mean to stop, and I have no fucking idea what was causing that. I still don't know if it's just gone away for now or not. I've even resorted to taping the batteries in my mouse. That's how, I mean, I thought it may have to do with multiple factors, but I thought it was just the batteries. But it's probably not just the battery. So I have a battery taped inside my mouse right now. The door isn't broken or anything, but I have to literally tape the battery still because it kept wobbling. We're gonna get a new mouse and keyboard set up. Yeah, this is a silly game mode, and I'm pretty sure it will come back. Maybe not. They've done this before on a God release. I can't remember the name, but they did do it before where a God, it was all the same God when they were released. It was funny as hell, but yeah, so we lost. She's kind of like a mud wrestler. he wants to be tagged in or whatever. Or I don't know what's going on there. Silly lost screen. So that's Terra, and yeah, I mean, if you like this video, let me know. I just felt it was interesting, that's why I uploaded it. I'm not particularly proud of the way I played. I'm not particularly super stoked. I'm not gonna main Terra, but she's a lot of fun. I'm definitely gonna play her again. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Smite. If you did, let me know. Comments below, like it, and have a great night.